Yep. And so now we can talk about their NFC rival, who has the owner. Is a tweet that I saw that the Eagles want to build around Jalen Hurts this year and not have a quarterback competition, based upon a report to the Mort report. That's interesting to me. Now, not going to toot my own horn here, but I'm going to toot my own horn here.
Okay.
I recall a conversation we had some fraternity brothers at homecoming one year. We were watching the Alabama game. I forgot who Alabama was playing that week, and Jalen Hurts was still there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Jalen's a little underrated. He's a lot better than people think. And everybody looked at me crazy, like, what? Jalen Hurts? He blah, blah. People clowning me for it. Yeah. And I got why. I got the skepticism behind it. He's actually a pretty solid quarterback. Like, he's not the best thrower. He may not be the most accurate, but he's solid as a piece. And I feel like his locker room leadership is what really is going to help the Eagles. He comes with a presence. He has an aura of an NFL quarterback, and that's something you're going to want with a team that's going through what they've gone through. Hell, they fired their coach because of, disagreements around everything, and which the rumor was they fired the coach because they want to keep Carson Wentz, which tells me there's a lot more to the Doug Peterson thing that we didn't know.
Right.
And I'm really curious about it. But my thing with Jalen Hurts is I think that he can be a solid NFL quarterback. Do I think that he moves the needle for the Eagles to win another championship? No, unless they build a defense behind him.
Well, I think that it's smart. I think that this will boost the young quarterback's confidence. I think this is good for his mindset, knowing that he is the guy and the team believes in him enough to build the team around him. I think that part of what he should do is he should get on the phone and call John Harbaugh and thank them for building the offense and the offensive system around Lamar Jackson and showing that you can be successful doing that with a college quarterback who was successful in college and mobile and able to get it. Now, I know Lamar hasn't gone deep in the playoffs, but still, he won an MVP because they believed in him, because they converted that belief into building the team around him. So seeing that happened not too far away from Philadelphia, Baltimore and Philly, this is exactly what feeling is at least suggesting that they're going to do, and that helps to create a sense of success for him. Now, he also needs his Greg Roman. I don't know if he has an offensive coordinator in the building who knows how to build systems around his particular type of skill set. Maybe the one that they have can. I don't even know their name. But if they don't, they need to get him his Greg Roman, because that will help even more. Because you can't have someone.
Shane, he's a former OC from the Chargers. Shane Steichen.
If all he knows how to do is build offenses for a Carson Wentz type quarterback, it's not going to work, because Jalen Hurts is not a Carson Wentz type quarterback. So he's got to have somebody who can be able to build a lot of the schemes and the packages that Lamar Jackson has. So if he's got that will be successful. And that's part of what I hope the owner means by building the team, not just the players, but even the mindset of the coaches and their focus around him as well. So I see that as the Lamar effect, and I think that this will help him to be successful. I don't project Lamar Jackson type success for him, which is not to say he can't do it.
Right.
I just don't see that right now. But I think that this will put him in a very good position to be able to do that.
Well, so Shane Steichen, we'll go with that because
Sure.
I'm really bad at pronouncing names. That's just always a bad thing for me. Even though I'm pretty successful sometimes, but that's not my point. He was OC for the Chargers, and he's credited with nurturing Justin Herbert, who had he was Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
So
I like it.
That sounds like they've got a good setup as far as OC goes, but I disagree with you on that.
What?
He shouldn't call. They shouldn't be calling Baltimore, John Harbaugh and them, or even Greg Roman, thanking him for anything. No, who they should be calling?
Who? Michael Vick's old coaches?
The guy across the way from them in the NFC East, the closest to them.
Okay.
Going to call the New York Giants. Thank Jason Garrett.
Okay.
Because Jason Garrett is the guy that, if you want to be honest, helped build Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts is Dak Prescott. Similar build. Both mobility is meh, but they were both mobile in college. They're mobile quarterbacks in college, but they're more quarterback. They're more cerebral than they are runners. They are more pocket passers. Like Lamar Jackson is a pocket passer who's just really good at running. Jalen Hurts will be molded similar to a Dak Prescott, and I think that will make him more successful. You don't want him running constantly, but you want him running when he needs to run.
Okay, so you mean you credit Jason Garrett in Dallas with the type of system that they ran for
Dak Prescott.
Whereas I'm saying just this true spirit of building around a player. That's what I credit with Baltimore with doing with Lamar
I said
Jackson.
I did that with Dak.
When a lot of teams wouldn't have done that.
I think that Jerry Jones did that with Dak.
Jerry Jones did come out and say, we're building an offensive system around Dak that will revolutionize football. The same way that the Ravens did.
No. He didn't say that, but he did it instead. They started building their offense to be the old school Dallas Cowboys power run offense. Saw what Patrick Mahomes was doing, is like, you know what? Let's up our pace. They're one of the higher paced offenses in the league. They've built a high power offense based upon the skill set of Dak Prescott, who can throw for 400 yards on a regular basis, no problem. The problem is that because they went with a high paced offense, that's not the running back that they have. Mm-hmm. They built running backs and an offensive line around a running back that's not built to be in a high paced offense.
Now, who did this?
This is what Dallas did. Right. The thing though is that their passing system for Dak is the perfect blueprint for Jalen Hurts.
And that's part of the reason why I can't give Jason Garrett much credit, because if they had done this after, let's say, Dak's rookie season, it's like, oh, this is the future of football. This is the truth. We're building around him. They didn't. Like you just said, they built the offense first around Ezekiel Elliott, realized that they should not have necessarily done it that way, and then started to build it more for Dak Prescott. Whereas Baltimore, after Lamar's rookie season, they said, we're building it around him, second season MVP.
I think the reason why that is because they drafted Lamar Jackson in the first round. You don't draft a quarterback in the first round to not build around them.
Okay.
Even as a project, you don't draft a quarterback in the first round and not build around them. Dak is a fourth rounder. Jalen was a second rounder. They got Jalen as insurance for the injury history of Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Now that they realize, then Carson Wentz came back from that last injury and he looked pretty disgusting. They got rid of him and said, you know what, we're going to build around you. Dak came in for Tony Romo, who got hurt, and they realized that, they could have went back to Romo after that year. But guess what they said? Nah, we going with Dak.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, he can win like this? Even as a fourth rounder, he can win like this? Hey,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's how they built everything.
For several seasons after that, they built around Ezekiel Elliott still, and I don't blame them for that necessarily. What I'm saying is even with Ezekiel Elliott in the building, they didn't exactly see what they had in Dak quite yet. So that's why I can't give them Baltimore Ravens level respect for building around him, because they didn't do it as soon as them.
I get you on that, but I think that my interpretation of what you're saying is them building their offense to make it like a Greg Roman running type offense is what the Eagles should do, and I do not want them to do that. The spirit of building around okay, kind of like Seattle building around Russell Wilson eventually after they got rid of Legion of Boom. But they doing it at a young age. I see what you're saying. I get you on that part. But no, I am a fan of Jalen Hurts, the person and quarterback. But like I said, I don't know if he moves the needle by himself.
Speaking of needles,
he's going to need more pieces.
Speaking of needles in Jalen Hurts, the Eagles announcing today, or coming out today, if they are going to build around Jalen Hurts, coming, 8 to 10 hours before it's announced that Dak and Dallas have agreed to this contract. Do you think that Jerry Jones looked 6 or 7 states over to what the Eagles announced today with Jalen Hurts and thought, okay, they're going to build around Jalen Hurts. He's the quarterback of their future. I like him. I think he's good. Okay, Steven, let's give Dak what he wants. Do you think that influenced their decision today at all?
That's a good question, and maybe it did. That may have been the piece that they realized that, okay, if everybody else is doing this, we better do this as well. Because, like I said, with all the quarterback mobility, unless they're going to take this contract and trade him over to Seattle for Russell Wilson, since neither one of them showed up in their end of season stuff for their teams, it only makes sense for them to go ahead and lock this man up.
It's not just that. The Washington football team, they're coming. I'm telling you, they're already.
Oh, yeah, they ain't a quarterback either.
They're a quarterback away from being a real playoff team.
Yep, and they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
He just released there.
That's all they're looking for. So he's got him too. He's like, got Jalen Hurts here, got this Washington football team, that D-line, and those offensive skill players. They just need a quarterback. There are quarterbacks out there that they can get. Okay, Dak, you got it.
Got something else to talk about now. Coming up future is the NFC least turning into the NFC beast.
Ooh, I like that.